Welcome back, guys. So in today's video we're going to be staining and building the planter boxes for the garden. We're also going to be planting the plants and the pretty flowers. And don't forget, we got a rake too. So let's get it. Alright, what's up guys? We let the stain dry. Now we're going to build the boxes. So, well, only one box. I don't know if I have enough wood for the other one, so I might have to go get more wood. Darn. But we will see. I'm just gonna build the first box, and then that way we can get some stuff planted and go from there. So how's everybody's week going? I hope well. As for me, I'm doing much better. You know, I think distracting myself while creating something with my hands has really lifted my spirits up. It's like a day and night difference for sure. Since I started this project, my energy levels have been better, my motivation to get it done has increased, and my happiness level at the end of each day is pretty dang great. When I see what I've accomplished, I feel good. And I'm thankful I didn't give up and I kept going. Okay, so now that we did that, we can just keep it like this. And my plan is to get the dirt built up on the sides and down below. Yeah, pull it all the way forward, all the way this way. So I'm just gonna take this and kind of just map it out.
Here, look what my mom painted. It's so beautiful. She painted this on her own.
Cami wanted to do a little bit of show and tell. Yeah, I like to paint too sometimes. I haven't done it in a while. That was my first painting in quite a while. But I thought I did good.
There's 100 more feet that way you need to do.
Ha! You're right. Yeah, he was just joking around. He was just telling me about how much yard work he has to do here, which for maintaining a big apartment complex, that would be a lot of work. What do I do? This. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you.
I'm holding.
So I'm trying to get this we're trying to make a spot for the, okay, see that bump there?
Yeah.
And then we're trying to make it level. So this past year has been very healing for me and my kids. I have struggled with addiction in the past. And this past year, I've been healing from all the damage I did to my body. I had 15 years in addiction, so pretty much like half my life. And let me tell you, I got down to the darkest places you could probably go.
Ew, what?
It's a ladybug, it's good luck.
There was something on its butthole.
It's wings.
Why is it on its butthole then?
So Cami thought that wings were coming out of its butt. And I had to inform her that was not the case, although it kind of does look like it. Addiction runs in my family, and I grew up in a pretty dysfunctional household. So I struggled with various things, but the main one I struggled with was not loving myself. I have learned that when you don't love yourself or know your worth, you have the ability to completely destroy everything in and around your life. And that's kind of what I did for the last 15 years of my life.
I'm Amanda. I'm 6 years old. Just getting some water for me and my beautiful mother. Water. Oh my gosh, I dropped it. Okay. Let's go back outside. Here I am.
my neck.
Yeah.
Child slavery.
Free labor, man.
It's tipping.
I know. Just looks like I just gotta get that dirt. Get outside. I'm trying to move it.
Okay, I quit my job. Don't want to be paid.
So the next day I realized that the planter box was not level to the sidewalk and it just looked kind of weird, so I had to take it up and put it on the ground. So right here I'm just pushing the dirt, you know, where there's gaps between the wood and the dirt, and kind of just tilling up the ground more, mapping it out, because I'm also going to make it deeper. And as I was watering, I also realized that I had to take up the pavers because it was super unlevel. So that's why you see me here taking them up. The soil here too has a lot of clay in it, so I had to keep watering it because it was just so hard to get up. So I had a spiritual awakening after I got to a certain point of destruction. And since then, I've been rebuilding my body, my mind, and my soul. And let me tell you, it's been a lot of work. When you go deep down into your soul and you have to bring up all these things that you never healed all at once, it can get pretty intense. So as I was just sitting there, enjoying the sun, closing my eyes, kind of meditating, and also taking a breath because I wasn't feeling good on this day and I was just debating if I should keep going or not. And so I was like, oh, maybe if I just breathe a couple times I can go. So here I am minding my own business, and then this happened. Jeez. It was a real windy day that day. Nevertheless, I kept going. Remember when we were kids and we would play in the mud? Well, guess what? We could still do that as adults. So I'm just like putting a wall here to hold in this wood. Anyways, I gotta plant these plants right here. I have been tilling up everything that has needed healing in my soul, and planting new seeds, new beliefs, and zooming out to see the full picture of my life and really just accept all the many things I cannot change. The one thing I know I for sure can change is myself, my actions, and my heart.
To try, but not me, not me. They say slow down, some take your time, but I was born running every stop sign. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold. Sky is the limit, I'm out of control tonight. Every doubt just
So here's to me watering my soul with the most love I have ever given myself.
came. I've been broke, I've been blessed, carried faith in an empty chest till now. The stars are down like good old friends. Saying, boy, don't stop where the sky just ends. Sky is the limit, no chance to hold. Sky is the limit, I'm breaking the mold.
I'm gonna put dirt and fill in between the cracks. And then we're gonna put these white rocks right here that I found. I pretty much found all of them. Instead of going to the store and buying some, I have a whole bunch. I'm gonna try to use them, see if I have enough for it. All right, we're just gonna clap. All right, ready? All done. What do you think? I don't know, I didn't know if I liked it at first, but we'll see. I think, oh no, I was stepping on my strawberry. I'm sorry, strawberry. Once I get this built over here, it'll probably look a lot better. And once I get that done out there and get those rocks moved. So yeah. Pretty good. I couldn't find all white rocks, but I rock hunted all these just because I like the white ones, but I have so much more. Anyways, so I was trying to figure out, I'm gonna put more petrified wood rocks on this side, like by the next box we're gonna do over here. Gotta raise that up a little bit. Alrighty, so the next day, so here I'm just measuring and cutting for the next box. I love my miter saw, is my favorite tool to use. You can just cut it so perfectly straight. Now this isn't the miter saw that you know, extends, but once I get money for that, that is the next tool to get on my list. So here's Cami helping me. Oh, she's so silly. And she wanted to help sand and stain, and she actually had a good time doing it. I'm so grateful for the kids, and I'm grateful when they help me, because it's a lot of work sometimes to do all this on your own. But super grateful for when they do help, especially when they're willing to help. Sometimes I just, you know, have to make them help to get them off their electronics. But yeah, I'm super grateful for my little team that I have here. That's why it's called Violet Green Team. They are definitely important players on the team. So if you need inspiration to get up and get moving, let me light the way for you. This past year has been very healing for me and my kids. Now that I'm out of depression and my addiction, I stopped living in lack. And I actually look forward to the beauty God has to offer. Because there's beauty every day that God will show you as long as you're willing to change your perception and actually look for it.
So don't just slip by. These days they will come and go. That's how you build a good life. One step, two steps, three, and it's over. 5 and to 6 again. 7 steps, 8 steps, 9, and I'm older. Trying to figure out where I fit in.
I just put a little well around that. I'm gonna put a well around all of these. Basically, you're just gonna make a circle so that way when I'm doing watering, I can just water it, because like I said, I live in Arizona and it does get pretty warm. I had to replant this strawberry, the one that I kept stepping on, that was over here. Kept stepping on it, so I just put it next to this one. And this one right there is a strawberry too. Strawberry plant. These could probably be joined together.
1 step, 2 steps, 3, and it's over. 5 and to 6 again. 7 steps, 8 steps, 9, and I'm older. Trying to figure out where I fit in.
And I left a little pathway for me to walk here and out. So that's it for today. It's taking a lot longer than I thought. So we're gonna get this whole place cleaned up because it's a mess, and I just like to do yard work and it keeps me what's the word? Grounded. Alright guys, thank you for joining me and we'll see you again tomorrow. So this is why I dug wells around the plants, so I could fill it up with water, so that way when it gets warm throughout the day, like they still have a lot of water, because it does get pretty dry really fast.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life.
Now we got the box in. This is what it's gonna look like. I think it looks pretty good. What do you say, Cami?
Time of your life.
Good? We are going to plant flowers. Isn't that beautiful? It is a Gerba daisy. I always hate taking these out because unless they come out easy, because I don't want to ruin it. Being outside during this beautiful weather, putting my hands in the dirt, using my tools and just focusing on creating something, especially something that I'm going to use, it does really warm my heart. Knowing that I created something beautiful, yes, me, I did that. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you again in the next video.